Welcome back, lads. Today we're going to be playing Roblox. On today's show we're going to be tier listing in various detail different Roblox fighting games from F tier and moving all the way to S tier. You must use this information with honour, valour and take it as a guide to see if the game is truly right for you. The only thing I ask for in return is a humble donation of 1 subscription and 1 bell. Thanks, and let's get into it. Our only game in F tier is Foam Frenzy. Imagine paintball in real life, but all the skill is taken away from it, and exclusively played by PewDiePie's oldest subscribers. Anyways, it's basically big paintball made by your local Roblox developer. It's just kind of, well, scuffed. Also, the fact that it's nicked from one of the most unoriginal game studios on the platform is a bit embarrassing. The gunplay is mid, the art direction is practically copied, and the UI is just bad. The only thing that is good from this is the nuke, which allows me to really feel like I'm in a particular Japanese city in August 1945. F tier, kind of bad. Moving on, we have better games. Foam FPS is like Roblox Arsenal, but with Nerf guns. The maps are better than the game that shall not be named, but the game isn't really updated anymore. The animations are less lazy because they're all R6, and it has nice sound design. The UI can get a little bit buggy though. D tier, it's not bad, all things considered. Moving on, we have a classic in the Roblox community. It's Crossroads. Now, I should probably rank this one higher because it's such an iconic game for the Roblox community, with the first ever Roblox video featuring it. However, if we're talking about less about the iconography and nostalgia and more about the actual gameplay, it's pretty bad.
Cheers, Jeff.
The game is boring, the map is boring, and I see this in 50% of all indie games on the platform. And the weapons are, well, from 2006, so not exactly imaginative or interesting after some basic and more complex maneuvers with the sword. It's alright, and should probably get some more points for being so iconic. D tier. Counterblocks. Now, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but Counterblocks has a better alternative that we'll talk about later. Also, CSGO is free and doesn't even really try to be unique with the idea of base CSGO, but I genuinely think it just doesn't deviate from the core idea so much. The gunplay is kind of bad, especially for 2024, as other role games have indeed improved on this, and the weapon and map selection is more limited than most other FPS games. It's alright, and is fun for the novelty, but not something I would get epically addicted to. D tier.
Homers.
Big Paintball. Now, Big Paintball is just a better Foam Frenzy. The graphics are better, the gunplay is better, the UI is better, the perks are better, and the art style is better. This game probably deserves to be at C tier, but the developers would probably add their own type of specific laws on Roblox to make it so they could pay their developers nothing and make children buy 400 different cases, each worth £10, to get to the new pet every weekend. D tier, it's okay. Out with the and in with the pretty good. Welcome to C tier. First one on the list, we have Zulu Defense. It's a Roblox game that accurately portrays the Anglo-Zulu Wars in southern Africa in the late 1800s.
You couldn't read your paper for updates about the 4th Anglo-Ashanti War without some little f***er telling you about his Bovril.
Where you fight off a horde of Zulu as a scared 18-year-old malnourished British soldier. It is a round-based FPS with some interesting gunplay, obviously allowing for only 18th and 19th century weapons, as that's when imperialism was hot off the press. The game is pretty good. The best part is when you see them run over the hill. It really gives me Rorke's Drift vibes.
They just coming up the fucking hill.
Anyways, C tier. The Underground War. The Underground War is a game developed by Roblox developer Stickmaster Luke. It's effectively a capture the flag game that has you fight underground. That's why it's called the Underground War, where there being a war between each side, and to reach the other team's flag and capture it, you have to mine out tunnels to try and take the flag without being shot or stabbed under the ground. It's pretty fun, but can get tiring as it's pretty basic by modern Roblox standard. But hey, sometimes simplicity is better, and this game is not bad. It also has a bunch of remakes that are technically more advanced, but don't really have the charm of the original.
Huh?
Another game that fits in this category is Sword Fight on the Heights 4, which is a game made by Telemon, or Shedletsky. Come on! In March of 2008. You basically have a sword fight on these big abstract cliffs with various different bridges and traps between the cliffs. It was incredibly popular back in 2008, with some of the charm living on. It also has different sword variants and is still just as iconic as Crossroads. Both good, but are a bit boring now due to the lack of players and over-simplicity. It's good, but not up there with more modern games. The Hood. Think Compton in the 1990s with vast amounts of racial injustice and, large amounts of social disunity and gangs forming. But see it replicated by middle-class white children screaming the N-word at the top of their lungs through the Roblox voice chat. Also, the game's fanbase is incredibly toxic, would rather go to the Stalker universe than join a server of the Hood.
I'm the Joker, baby!
Alonso, for fuck's sake, I can't speak the frog language. Anyways, welcome back to Blood and Iron, a game set in the Napoleonic era where you fight with guns that take half a year to reload. I can appreciate the UI for being themed, and it can definitely be fun sometimes. It's not as bad as most people make it seem. The fact that you can't respawn and need to wait 10 minutes for a round to end is a bit annoying. It's pretty good and is the best Napoleonic era game on Roblox that I know of, but it's nothing special, and yeah, C tier. But before our next game, I must get bread. Now, you might be wondering why I haven't been uploading as much. Well, I've been working on an entirely new project for the last year, with a variety of different styles of content, like tier lists, just like this one, on Battlefield 1, game reviews on games like Just Cause 3 and 4, and videos on City Skylines where I destroy the civilian population in a matter of 10 minutes. I'm really just making Berlin, huh? All we need is a wall now. That's right, a wall of highways, elevated highways. That channel is called Spider Sucks Baby, and there's a whole lot of strings attached to it, like my friend group channel, Trainwreck. The name is self-explanatory, it really makes you feel like a train. We do gaming videos, think schlapp, now stop thinking about them, and think sleep deprived. Yeah.
Right,
Destroy
I
fuel
think I have an
silos.
idea.
How do you do it?
Are these mines?
But please, before subscribing, please make sure to see if the content is actually something you'd like, and not subscribe and think 2 months later, I don't like this. Make sure to watch at least one video fully before subscribing. Thanks lads, and I hope you enjoy the content over there. And with that, that's the end of part 1. If you're a bit bored, go check out Spino Success Said, and I'll see you sometime soon.